Welcome to my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5 as someone who's working in her family's business. I don't do this every single day, but I do enjoy how quiet the world is at this time in the morning. I've also been really sick for a couple of weeks, so getting into the gym this morning felt like such a treat. Because I'm recovering, I'm only doing a small run and a couple of light weights just to see how I'm doing. This all looks pretty easy, but I swear that I was sweating so much during this. And genuinely couldn't even finish my ab exercises today, but I'm still proud that I went out and did it. I haven't been a member of a gym in 4 months, and it's something that's been on my list for ages that I haven't really gotten around to. I've been working from 3 different cities over the last couple of months, which is super exciting, but it also means I find it quite difficult to get into a routine. Once I've destroyed my body, I get in the shower and get ready for the day. Honestly, God bless my Dyson and the 10-minute hairstyle I can whip out with it. Even though I'm working from home today, I find it quite important to actually get ready and do my makeup, pick out an outfit. I was gifted loads of new makeup for my birthday and Christmas this year, which I've been testing out. So my makeup bag is fully restocked with loads of goodies. I'm trying to get a lot of my personal admin out of the way in the mornings before I start my working day. It's things like trying to read a little bit more, working out how to properly invest my money, and working on my writing skills that are taking up quite a bit of my time. So usually once I'm ready, I spend an hour getting all these little bits done, and I'm ready to start the day.
When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently. But when she passes each room, she passes goes. That boy is corrupt. The PTSD on it daily. You should fuck me up. And yes, I'm talking about your baby.
Never be strong, 'cause you're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money.
There is no food that I like more in the world than chocolate, so I'm gonna make a giant Easter rocky road. Basically, to make this, you just need chocolate, butter, a bit of golden syrup, and then melt all of it together and then stuff whatever ingredients you want into it. I can't even break it. It's actually really satisfying. I'm just using a Dairy Milk bar for my milk chocolate of choice. Taste test. I need 150 grams of butter, which kind of seems like a lot. I'm just gonna weigh it out using this scale. The last thing I need is some golden syrup. That won't come off my spoon. This all needs to be melted together, so I'm gonna go and do that, and then I'm gonna come back and go for the fun part, which is obviously customizing it. Chocolate has all been melted, and now I'm gonna start measuring out the rest of my ingredients. You can either like break them, crush them, smash them, whatever you really feel like doing. So I'm gonna use this jar of Nutella to just like smash all the pieces up. I was gonna say it's working really well until all the biscuits started flying off the plate. I don't want to crush them up too much either because you do want like some little chunks in there. I think that's okay. Another thing I struggled to find in the shops was mini marshmallows. So I got just like full-size ones, and I'm gonna cut them up using some scissors. I've actually tried doing this with a knife before and it takes so long. And then I saw someone on TikTok do it with scissors. I was like, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? I feel like I ate half those marshmallows on my way. There's all my marshmallows all chopped and ready to go. I have my big bowl of chocolate mix here. It's all melted down. I'm just gonna add all of these biscuits in first. This smells so good. I'm trying not to make a mess, but it's actually not going so well. Okay. I'm just gonna stir all of these together. Oh my God. There you go. Just like a giant chocolate mess. Next, I'm gonna add the marshmallows in, if they will actually get out the bowl. That's also all been coated in now. I have some of these like little Lindt chocolate Easter egg things, which I'm gonna put into it. I literally can't open anything today. They're literally just like Lindt chocolates. I love Lindt chocolate so much. Every year when I was younger, we went on an Easter egg hunt around our garden, and there was always like Lindt chocolate bunnies at the very end of the trail. I actually miss doing Easter egg hunts. I used to love them. I'm actually afraid I'm going to cut myself on these eggs. I'm just going to dump them all into the big bowl. This is actually so messy. The last thing I'm going to add are mini chalky eggs from Marks & Spencer's. These are actually so adorable. Look how cute. I should try one as well. Taste test. They're such pretty colours as well. This is ready to go into a massive tin. I'm gonna make an attempt at dumping all of this into the tray. And she goes, there she is. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge for like an hour and a half or so and then come back and give it a taste test. I got so excited to eat my rocky rib, I actually forgot to film it. I have a little piece here left over that I've been munching on for the last like 20 minutes and it's so tasty. I feel like I forgot how delicious rocky road was, and now that I've made it again, I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. And it's so customizable. I just love it.
I wonder if you know I'm trying so hard not to get caught up now. But you're just so cool. Run your hands through your hair, absent-mindedly making me
Watch me party on you, yeah. Party on you, party on you, party on, party on you, party on you.
Some days just feel like the most beautiful, perfect, amazing day, and this was definitely one of them. I woke up in the sunshine and headed off to the shops to start my day. I may be a little bit obsessed with the shops in Hawaii, but they're so cool, so how could you not be? We bought some pineapple and headed back home for breakfast. Every day I wake up looking forward to my yogurt bowl, and I think Ali was too this morning because she couldn't stop sniffing at it. Once breakfast was over, it was another beach day, but before that we had to go and pick everybody up. We also got to go and see a bunch of chickens and pigs, and honestly it wasn't how I was expecting the morning to go, but I absolutely loved it. Once the farm trip was over, we headed to our first destination. It was literally down this hole and I was a bit terrified the entire time and definitely didn't record any of it. Then it was on to our second destination of the day. We were planning to spend the rest of our day here, so we took all of our stuff with us. And look how beautiful this beach is. Or definitely looked beautiful until Andrea saw a shark, which is absolutely terrifying. My favourite thing to do at the beach is to sit and read my book. And I only burnt myself in 4 different places. It was a new record for me. We stayed on the beach until the sun was setting because it was so beautiful, and we were just having a really good time hanging out. Once the day was over, we were all literally exhausted and headed on our way home to go to Chick-fil-A. It was a 10 out of 10 meal to end a 10 out of 10 day.
Guess I don't have a choice, all because I like the boy. My house is on Particular Avenue. My house was especially built for you. Please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice.
Turning 21 kind of feels like the most gut-wrenching experience of my entire life because I never feel satisfied. This isn't in like a I never feel happy kind of way, or like I don't enjoy experiences. It's more like I never feel satisfied with any progress that I make. Okay, what am I doing? I need to put my hair back. This is crazy. I am not someone who ever gives myself credit for doing well. I kind of downplay my own successes by being like, okay, well, these other people are doing like 10 times better than I am. And I feel like it turns into quite a toxic cycle where I never feel like I'm doing enough. I feel like particularly with social media, where you can see what everyone is doing all the time, it creates quite like a toxic little bubble. Also, that's not to say I love social media. I spend far too much time online. But then there are times like today where I'm scrolling through my phone, seeing what people are doing, and I'm like sitting in my bed. I literally didn't get out of bed until like 2 p.m. And I'm thinking, whoa, like, am I a bit of a failure? Which is a bit of a crazy thing to say at the ripe age of 21. But because everyone shows all of their successes online and none of their failures, I always feel like when I fail, it's like a massive, massive deal and the world is going to end. I feel like failure is one of those parts of life I have not dealt with very well ever. One of my biggest fears is turning into like Rory Gilmore. For those who don't want Gilmore Girls, spoilers, scroll off. But basically the Rory Gilmore complex is like someone who is such a tryhard in school, but then when they come out into the real world, they no longer have that kind of like structure in place and suddenly their entire life falls apart. That is my biggest fear. It just terrifies me that I could end up in a Rory Gilmore complex. I got quite deep quite quickly. This was meant to be a very light-hearted, I'm going to the pub. This is what happens when I spend too much time sitting in bed and reading. I go into like an existential crisis.
Call me up if you ever wanna talk. Did I say talk? I'm in box with our gloves off. On site if you're looking for a fight, I can hit you with that.
It all started on a random Friday after spending 5 whole days in London. I decided to challenge the idea that you can't run away from your problems. Frankly, I'm convinced that you can if you possess even a flicker of physical stamina. Tragically, I do not. In all honesty, I've spent far more time measuring cups of sugar than I have kilometers recently. And yet, here I am, swapping my KitchenAid for my Clifton 9s, and absolutely regretting every single life decision that has led up to this moment. Next thing you know, I'm going to be joining a run club and swearing that matcha doesn't taste like freshly mown grass. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. For now, I'm going to congratulate myself for running 2 whole kilometers before quitting, and reward myself by watching bad Netflix rom-coms in my pajamas.
I said, I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
Show a little loving, shine a little light on me. Show a little loving, shine a little light on me. Show a little loving, shine a little light on me. Show a little loving. My name's Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. What's a girl to do? Lying on my bed staring into the blue. Unrequited, terrifying.
I have a terrible sense of direction, and being in London fully confirmed this for me. The other day I was trying to get the Northern Line from Tottenham Court Road, and I go down to the station, but the only line that I can find is the Elizabeth line. So I'm just kind of wandering around in circles like a dog chasing its own tail, trying to find the Northern Line. It is just not there. I still don't understand where it was, but it wasn't there, so I had to leave the station, and then I walked around all of the streets around that kind of area for a couple of minutes, and there's like a second entrance to Tottenham Court Road that I took, but I've never felt more humbled in my life. A journey that should have taken me 20 minutes took me about an hour and a half.